Earlier this week, Texas and the surrounding areas were hit with massive flooding, and today, with cleanup and search and rescue efforts still ongoing, at least 32 are dead, including 13 in northern Mexico, 13 primarily in central and southern Texas, and 6 in Oklahoma from a combination of the flooding, mudslides, tornadoes, and other factors. Now, in the wake of that flooding, Bill Nye, the science guy, sent out this tweet. He says, billions in damage in Texas and Oklahoma, still no weathercaster may utter the phrase climate change. So he is drawing at least a hypothetical parallel between climate change and the increase in extreme weather events like the flooding that we experienced this week. Now, I looked at the response to the tweets, which you saw had thousands of retweets, and it was largely positive. Many people understand that since this is his issue, he is a science advocate and educator. That's the sort of thing that he's going to tweet, but certainly some, particularly conservatives, were not happy about it. Here's a representative tweet indicating outrage at what he said. Hey, dipshit non-science guy, give your climate scam a rest while they're still searching for bodies. Fucking asshole. And there's a conservative site, Twitchy, which trolls Twitter looking for things to get outraged about. Although just last year it was drought in Texas that was caused by global warming. What's even funnier is that Nye thinks his alarmism that blames every single weather event on man-made global warming is just what's needed to convince more people that the alarmist camp knows what it is talking about. He has this weird, twisted version of what's actually going on. Bill Nye is correct in that people understanding that extreme weather events will be more common as the climate continues to change is actually what seems to be necessary to get people to understand that we need to act on climate change. So he's actually right there. And they have that same stupid first-level understanding of climate change that says that, oh, well, if you're saying it causes drought, it couldn't also cause flooding. If you say it's global warming and it also gets cold someday, clearly you're wrong. No, you are wrong. It can do both, because what they're saying is that climate change will cause extremes in weather, not one particular type of extreme, and at the same time, the overall temperature of the planet will tend to go up. That is an entirely intellectually consistent position. But I do want to jump back to that first response tweet saying that he shouldn't talk about it while they're searching for bodies. And I think that many people will probably agree with that tweet. We have this belief that when people have died recently, you shouldn't talk about the potential causes of what killed them or what should be done afterward. You see this in earthquakes, you see this in shootings. People said it after Sandy Hook. Let's not talk about gun control when they're still putting the bodies in the ground. And what they mean when they say that is, no, you seem to have a point right now, so instead, let's wait 6 months hoping for no shootings between now and then so that no one will listen to you at that point. No, this is when we need to talk about these issues because it's the only time that people are willing to listen to potential changes in policy or outlook, whether it's on shootings or whether it's on climate change. Don't get it twisted. We need desperate, immediate action to even have a chance of reversing the damage that we've already done to our planet. But we're never going to get that action if we can't be honest and direct about what we stand to lose, both in lives and damage to property. Shutting down that conversation the way that these people on Twitter want to do, whether it's Bill Nye or a politician or someone you hear talking about climate change on the street, doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help the present victims of extreme weather events and climate change, and it does nothing to help those who inevitably will be victims of the same sorts of events in the future if we fail to act. And that's my final judgment.